Caitlin Clark, all right, she dominated the fans. But when it comes to the players, the Fever star was ranked as the 9th best guard by players. So fellow players rated Clark as the 2nd best guard.
Caitlin Clark shattered voting records with 2.93 million fan votes. Yet WNBA players ranked her 9th. Now, what looked like a snub has exploded into a scandal. Reports say multiple players face possible suspension for allegedly conspiring to drag Clark down in all-star voting. This isn't just about basketball. It's personal, political, and tearing open deep divides in the league. So, what really happened behind those ballots? And why are some stars turning on the league's biggest draw? Let's break down the betrayal that's shaking the WNBA. More than a snub. The 2025 WNBA All-Star announcements came with all the usual sparkle, flashy graphics, social media buzz, and celebration from fans across the world. But behind the excitement and headlines, something far more serious was brewing. Beneath the surface of all that glitter was a quieter, more troubling story, a silent protest disguised as player votes and a growing divide that the league can no longer hide. Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who has become the face of the WNBA this season, didn't just get overlooked, she got ambushed. Despite smashing fan voting records with an eye-popping 2.93 million votes, the highest in league history, Clark was ranked 9th among guards by the WNBA players themselves. That's not a small drop. That's a nosedive. And for a player averaging 18 points and leading the league in assists, it was a stunning and suspicious dismissal. This wasn't just a difference in opinion. It wasn't just fans getting excited while players stayed realistic. No, this was something else. This was calculated. This was personal. This was a message. Clark's rookie season has been nothing short of electric. She's sold out arenas, boosted TV ratings, and brought in a whole new generation of fans to the women's game. Yet, instead of being celebrated by her peers, she's been quietly iced out. That all-star snub wasn't a mistake. It was a signal, loud and clear, from players across the league. We don't welcome the hype. We don't accept the face of the league being chosen for us. And that's where the real problem begins. What we're witnessing isn't just a sports debate. It's a full-blown identity crisis within the league. On one side, you have fans, media, and sponsors rallying behind a breakout star whose reach goes far beyond basketball. On the other, you have veterans and rising players who feel like the spotlight has been unfairly stolen, like years of hard work and sacrifice are being overshadowed by someone who just arrived. Clark, meanwhile, has kept her cool. No social media rants, no on-camera meltdowns, just quiet strength and consistent play. But let's be clear, being silent doesn't mean being blind. She sees what's happening, she hears the whispers, and she's playing through it anyway. What makes it worse is the league's mixed message. The WNBA puts Clark front and center in every promo, every commercial, every highlight reel. But behind the scenes, among her fellow athletes, there's a different mood, less celebration, more resentment. And the All-Star vote brought that tension into the spotlight. Caitlin Clark isn't just competing for a spot on the All-Star team. She's battling for her place in a league that isn't sure it wants her rise to be this fast, this loud, or this powerful. She didn't get overlooked. She got rejected. Not for her game, but for what she represents: change. Caitlin Clark's rise challenges the WNBA's old guard, pushing a league torn between tradition and change to confront its future. Her journey goes beyond basketball. It's about transformation. But does she boast about leading the vote? Let's explore her humble response. More than votes. Caitlin Clark, the electrifying guard for the Indiana Fever, has once again captured the spotlight, this time by dominating the first round of fan voting for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game. According to the league's official release on Friday, Clark is leading the pack in votes, putting her on track to not only secure a starting spot, but also possibly repeat as the league's top vote-getter for the second year in a row. It's a powerful statement about her growing influence and popularity, not just in Indiana, but across the country. What makes this moment even more impressive is that Clark's rise in votes isn't an isolated event. It reflects a deeper, more emotional connection between fans and the young star. From packed arenas to skyrocketing jersey sales, the support behind Clark is undeniable. Her electrifying play style, deep three-pointers, and unmatched vision on the court have made her a fan favorite. Yet, despite the overwhelming attention and the adoration pouring in from millions, Clark remains calm and focused, choosing humility over hype. Speaking about her surge in all-star votes, Clark offered a grounded perspective. "People get really hyped up over that, but that's not why you play the game," she said. "It's fun, for sure, and a cool way to get the fans involved, but what matters most is winning games with your team." Her words reflect the mindset of a true leader, someone who appreciates the love from fans but stays focused on what truly matters. What's even more heartwarming is that Clark's pride isn't limited to her own success. She's just as excited to see her teammates getting recognition too. As fan voting continues, several other Fever players are also climbing the rankings, proving that Indiana's strong performance this season isn't a one-woman show. "It's also really cool for me to see how much love my teammates are getting," Clark said with a smile. "They've been incredible, and they deserve that spotlight too." This shared success tells a bigger story about what's happening in Indiana. The Fever, once seen as a rebuilding team, are quickly becoming one of the most exciting squads in the league. The chemistry, the hustle, and the confidence are all starting to click, and fans are noticing. The All-Star voting results are just the latest evidence that this team is turning heads and earning respect across the league. So while Clark may be the face of the franchise, she's using her platform to shine a light on the entire team. And that's what makes her so special. Not just her stats or her highlight reels, but her ability to lead with humility and lift up everyone around her. As the All-Star game approaches, one thing is clear. Caitlin Clark is not only earning votes, she's earning hearts. Caitlin Clark's rise isn't just about stardom, it's about leadership, humility, and team spirit. She's become the heartbeat of the Fever and the league, inspiring fans while challenging norms. Now, let's explore how she became the WNBA's most feared and resented player, a target in sneakers. If Caitlin Clark were truly just another rookie, no one would be guarding her the way they do. She wouldn't be met with double teams the moment she crosses half court. She wouldn't be the target of full-court presses or relentless bruising fouls that leave her picking herself up off the floor game after game. But that's exactly what's happening, every single night. Opposing teams treat Caitlin like a superstar, like the player they must shut down to win. Their defensive strategies revolve around her. Coaches plan for her. Teammates screen for her. Entire game plans are designed just to slow her down. And yet, these are the very same players who claimed she didn't deserve a spot in the All-Star spotlight. The same people who voted her ninth among guards in the players' poll now act like she's the most dangerous weapon in the league. Their actions on the court don't match their votes. And that's the first clue that something much deeper is going on. Caitlin isn't just battling opponents on the court. She's fighting a league culture that hasn't fully accepted her. Off the court, she faces quiet hostility disguised as indifference, subtle digs in interviews, and veiled social media jabs. Her choice to stay focused on basketball without activism or politics is seen not as discipline but defiance. Her polite, media-friendly image is mistaken for privilege, simply because she doesn't fit in with louder voices. And the more fans adore her, the more the pressure tightens. She's filling arenas, shattering viewership records, and selling jerseys faster than the league can print them. But instead of celebrating her rise, much of the WNBA community seems to see her success as something to question or contain. The spotlight she brings to the league isn't treated as a gift. It's treated like a disruption, like something that must be explained away or balanced out. Every time Caitlin steps on the court, she carries more than just the ball. She carries a burden. She's not just trying to win games. She's fighting to prove she belongs in the very league she's helping transform. The cheers from the crowd are deafening, but the cold shoulders from some of her peers are just as loud. In truth, Caitlin Clark's journey isn't about being just another rookie. It's about being a rookie who's already become the face of the league, and the weight that comes with that. Each shot she takes is more than just a basket. It's a statement. Every assist is proof that she's more than hype. And every time she gets up from a hard foul, it's a reminder. This isn't just basketball for Caitlin. It's a fight for respect, for space, and for the right to be who she is without apology. Caitlin Clark faces fierce defense on the court and quiet resistance off it. More than a rookie, she's an unstoppable force, challenging old norms, demanding respect, and proving herself as the WNBA's true game changer. How is her rise being handled by the league and players? Let's find out. League on trial. Caitlin Clark's tension with the WNBA isn't just happening on the court. It runs much deeper. It's not only about points, wins, or rookie stats. It's about the kind of image the league wants to present, the values it promotes, and the expectations it places on its most visible stars. Clark, knowingly or not, has found herself caught in the middle of a storm that goes far beyond basketball. The WNBA has built much of its identity around activism and social justice. For years, players have used their platforms to speak out on political and cultural issues, often with the league's full support. From press conferences to social media, many WNBA stars have become known as much for their voices off the court as for their skills on it. And in many ways, this has shaped the league's reputation. Fans who support these causes cheer louder. Sponsors who align with these values sign bigger checks. The WNBA became more than a sport. It became a message. But Clark's arrival has disrupted that message in an unexpected way. She's not political. She doesn't speak out on controversial issues. She doesn't take sides or step into debates. Her focus? Just the game. No slogans, no hashtags, no hot takes, just basketball. And strangely, that's become one of the most controversial things about her. To some in the league, her silence feels like a statement. They view her neutrality not as professionalism, but as avoidance, or worse, privilege. While others are out making headlines for their activism, Clark stays quiet. And yet, she's the one plastered on every billboard. Her highlights dominate sports shows. Her jersey flies off the shelves. Her presence alone is pulling millions of new eyes to the WNBA. She's become the face of the league, but she doesn't fit the mold. This is where the tension really begins to show. Behind the public smiles and congratulatory posts lies a deeper discomfort. The same league that benefits from Clark's rising fame also seems unsure how to fully embrace her. Players and commentators often downplay her influence, suggesting she's only popular because of media bias or a certain demographic of fans. Meanwhile, those same critics can't deny the numbers: skyrocketing ratings, sold-out arenas, and record-breaking merchandise sales, all tied to Clark. It's a story full of contradictions. A league that wants visibility, but resents where it's coming from. A rookie who lifts the brand but doesn't echo the message. And a fan base that's growing fast, but doesn't quite match the league's traditional image. This isn't just a generational shift, it's an identity crisis. Caitlin Clark didn't start it, but she's at the center of it now, and how the WNBA chooses to handle this clash of image and ideology may shape not only her legacy, but the future of the league itself. While Caitlin Clark's rise clashes with the WNBA's activist image, it has ignited a deep tension within the league. Is the WNBA truly ready to embrace its future? Or is it quietly pushing it away? Now, let's uncover why the WNBA may be driving Caitlin Clark away. The inevitable shift. Caitlin Clark is doing more than just playing basketball. She's rewriting the rules of the game. Her arrival in the WNBA has sparked a wave of excitement the league hasn't seen in years. Ratings are up, merch is flying off shelves, arenas are packed with fans, many wearing her jersey, chanting her name, and lining up just to watch her warm up. She's the kind of generational talent that only comes around once in a lifetime. But behind all the buzz and record-breaking numbers lies a troubling question. How long can she thrive in a league that seems determined to push her away? While fans adore her and sponsors chase her, Clark's experience inside the league paints a very different picture. She's faced cold shoulders in the locker room, been snubbed in all-star voting by fellow players, and targeted with rough, sometimes dangerous physical play on the court. Game after game, she's hit with elbows, body-checked on screens, and left on the floor while referees look the other way. And through it all, many of her peers have remained silent, or worse, dismissive of her impact. The truth is, Caitlin isn't being treated like a rising star. She's being treated like an outsider. And not because of her performance. Her stats speak for themselves. She's averaging elite numbers as a rookie, leading the league in assists, hitting clutch shots, and staying calm under pressure. Her real mistake? Changing the league too fast, too visibly, and without playing by its unspoken rules. Meanwhile, overseas leagues are watching. In countries like Turkey, Italy, Russia, and even Saudi Arabia, women's basketball players are offered contracts worth millions. Some of those leagues would pay top dollar, $5 to $10 million, just to have Clark as their marquee star. No politics, no backlash, just the game she loves and the respect she's earned. And that possibility is becoming more real with each ignored foul and each whispered slight. If Caitlin were to walk away from the WNBA tomorrow, it wouldn't be because she failed the league. It would be because the league failed her, failed to protect her, failed to appreciate her, failed to realize that elevating women's basketball means embracing the players who draw the crowds, even if they don't fit the traditional mold. The warning signs are everywhere: frustration from fans, visible tension in games, media narratives trying to minimize her achievements. But the world is paying attention now. The cameras are rolling. The numbers don't lie. The question isn't whether Caitlin Clark belongs in the WNBA. She clearly does. The real question is, does the WNBA deserve someone like Caitlin Clark? Because if the league continues down this path, if it refuses to grow with her, it might soon find itself watching its biggest star shine somewhere else. So, what do you think about players voting? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.